Thank you so much to our program director, Pearl. It's always very good to be so close to, we're not that close, but you know what I mean, to be this close to people we see on TV. I really hope that you guys have been really inspired by our speakers today because they have all given you potent messages around how to really take your careers, your dreams into your own hands. So as Pearl has already introduced me, my name is Balisa, and I work for IkamvaYouth as a fundraising coordinator. So just a bit of background on myself. So similarly to one of the speakers who mentioned that he was from the Eastern Cape, in fact, two of the speakers who came up mentioned that they had their origins in the rural Eastern Cape. I'm also one of those people. I was born in Libode, in the former Transkei, and I also moved to the city in Port Elizabeth because my parents were really determined to give us a better chance to achieving our goals, a better chance at being counted among significant people. And similarly to all the other speakers who came up who came up and presented to you, I've also lived in a shack. I know how it is to grow up under very difficult circumstances. And today, as I stand before you guys, I'm 26, I'm a fundraising coordinator, I have a master's degree in development studies, and I want to say to you guys, it is possible. If you put your mind to it, it is attainable. So I'm gonna go on to my speech and talk about the organization that is very close to my heart, an organization that I work for, and an organization that could potentially benefit each and every one of you. So, as you may know, our South African education system is in a bit of a crisis, right? So you hear big numbers about how the matric rate has fared each and every year in January. But just to simplify it for everybody, I thought about this and I thought, okay, in simple English, what these people mean when they give us these huge numbers is in fact the fact that in a classroom of 20 learners who begin grade 8 at one time, only about 8 of those learners will get to grade 12. And of that 8, 3 will get quality passes, which will enable them to access tertiary education. And of those 3, only 2 will actually make it to university or tertiary placement. So, ladies and gentlemen, in my eyes, I don't know what you think, there's a very big problem with that. And it makes me think that as we are seated today here, how many of you guys can easily end up being those children who don't make it into grade 12? So what does IkamvaYouth do to make sure that these stats are changed? So IkamvaYouth, with the mission to try and support young people like you guys who come from disadvantaged backgrounds, to try and give them support to turn their immediate environment or their immediate circumstances into opportunities and hopefully get into university, use education very meaningfully to get to tertiary institutions and ultimately get to be entrepreneurs, own their own businesses, pursue different career paths and be successful people. So what do we do to do that? So we provide children like you guys from grade 8 to grade 12 with after-school tutoring. So after-school tutoring, career guidance advice, a winter school during June and July holidays. We give children support with applying for tertiary education, accessing bursaries, and things like that. So, I mean, I could very easily stand here in front of you and say it is all because of my great personality or very impeccable public speaking skills, which I don't have. But actually, the reason why our organization is doing so well, it's not because of me. It's because of volunteers in the community who've really committed time to our programs to try and empower young people like you guys. So I want to give you guys just a glimpse of what we've achieved over the last few years. And I'm going to ask the guys at the back to just move along the slides. Next. Next slide. Is it true? Oh, sorry, I didn't. Oh, so sorry. Black people's problems, I didn't realize. So last year, we were able to reach 87% post-school opportunity placement. What does that mean? So of our matric cohort, so last year we had learners of about 285 who were in our program, and at the end of the year, of those learners, 85% were able to pass with very good results, and we were able to place them in various post-school opportunities. These include access to tertiary placement opportunities such as internships, things like a lot of the speakers were speaking about the different seaters. We were able to place our learners into those kind of programs, and that was 87% of our learners. And that's something very incredible. Not many young people get these opportunities. And I know you guys have had a very long day, and you do look very exhausted. So I won't keep you guys any further, but I want to share with you guys a story of one of our learners. She's now a graduate of the UCT. Her name is Ntabeleng. Ooh, I think I'm going about the wrong way. Okay. So Ntabeleng joined our program when she was still in high school, like a lot of you guys. And I just want to take a moment and read her story for you guys. So Ntabeleng, like many of you guys, came from the townships of Johannesburg. And she joined our program in 2011. So this is her story. She says, I joined Ikamva in 2011. And upon realizing that it would take me more than my individual sweat and dedication for my dreams to manifest, I needed help with my academics and a mass of people to draw inspiration from. And it is without any doubt that both these objectives were met. In my matric year, I managed to obtain 4 distinctions and a place of study at the University of Cape Town in international relations, public policy and administration, and gender studies. IkamvaYouth, through a mentor assigned to me, enabled me to realize my passion for diplomacy, international law, and the emancipation of women. I am currently completing my final year at UCT, and I have used some of the skills that were afforded to me by Ikamva to present South Africa in international conferences in Norway and China, respectively. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is very important for me. I mean, I could stand here and give you all the stats about our program, but it's stories like these that are very meaningful in our lives and really show that the programs that we give out to the communities are really impactful. And I hope that you guys have signed up at our stall and left your phone numbers and your email addresses if you have, and we'll follow up with you guys if you want to be in our program. And very soon, you guys can be like Ntabeleng. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen.